Let's play a game.
Hello everybody, it's the Barbaric one from Barbaric Gaming. It's Barbaric. I hope you enjoyed that little opening. I just got Audacity today and it is quite addicting. I did that little jigsaw voice with some editing, audio editing, and I did that little beat. Got some layers together, put it into mono layer, and then imported it into my video editor. This may be on Nerds360's channel, and if it is, let me give you a little lowdown of what my channel is. I do commentaries like the one you are hearing right now, and I am beginning to do top 5 plays. So if you guys haven't been able to get your clip into a top 5 play, go ahead and go to my channel, subscribe, and submit your clip. Just private message me the link, and I can record it off of your channel. And you may just get in. That includes you being in the link of the description of the video, and you can grow your channel pretty significantly. Now, this gameplay, as I said, is a Mac 11 on Hangar 18. I don't know what I go, but I had a really good time playing it because this was my first game on Hangar 18. I'm usually kind of a rushing player, but this game I'm playing kind of conservative, just defending the objective since I do not know the map yet. Anywho, I was listening to the radio yesterday morning. I woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy and felt like listening to Drew and Mike in the morning, and they were telling this story about this man. He went on Craigslist to rent out his basement, and the man that bought out his basement to rent for about a couple months, he came and moved in, and he looked exactly like a spitting image of Albert Einstein. Now, the man that rented out his basement was decked out. It had paintings on the wall, it was painted, it was really nice, had stuff down there, and about a month later, the man that rented out the basement was really curious how Albert Einstein changed his basement up. So he went down there, and to his eyes' surprise, the walls were bare, and there was nothing down there except for a twin bed, a bucket under a hanging light bulb, swinging slowly and dramatically, and a wooden trunk, a very creepy wooden trunk. Now, he was obviously curious, because, I mean, this looks like a creeper's lair. So he went over to the trunk and opened it up, and he saw a mannequin. Now, this wasn't any ordinary mannequin. This mannequin had a tight leather suit on, and the man that rented out the basement's underwear on, and it had a mask with a pig snout and horns. Now, if I were you, and he was too, he was very surprised. Now, he just ran upstairs, and he was just like, oh my gosh, what do? I have a creeper living in my basement. So, he talked to his girlfriend about it, and then the idiot lady, his girlfriend, said, oh, let's have a sit-down with him. 1 week later, in the living room, the man walks in, they say, hey, we need to talk, okay. And the boy starts telling his story. Now, he says that his girlfriend is having a baby, and that they would need the basement for extra storage, which wasn't true, obviously. They just wanted this mass-murdering creep out of their basement. And he was like, oh, okay. He seemed very understanding, Mr. Albert Einstein, and he had a smile on his face, a creepy smile on his face, the whole time they were telling the story, like,
Oh, I knew you were in my basement, yeah. No, your girlfriend's not pregnant.
And it was just really creepy. Now, he was very understanding. He's like, oh yes, I'll definitely move out. Yes, this is good. Congratulations on the baby. That's great news. Just talking all creepily in the Kenneth Kniff voice, and everything seemed like it would be okay. And then he continued to tell, he said he wouldn't be staying there long anyway, because he was planning to move to New York to become a member of the Illuminati and live under a freeway underpass. Yes, you heard that right. Now, the Albert Einstein man, knowing that the guy has been in his trunk, seen all his creepy gear, and, oh, I forgot to tell you this, in that bucket that was hanging under the light bulb, there was a bottle of the guy's piss. Yeah. Moving on. Now, knowing that the man had looked in his trunk, and that he knows everything about his creepiness, you'd think he'd murder the man. Now, I wouldn't have had a sit-down with the guy in the first place because he's a major creeper, and the sad thing is, if the guys were killed, they wouldn't have been able to find the guy because he would be in a freeway underpass in the middle of New York, and who suspects the homeless guy 1,000 miles away to be a murderer of two people? No one, right? Exactly. So that's the story of the creeper living in the Craigslist dude's basement. Thank you. Remember to check out my channel for some sweet commentaries and to submit your clips for my top 5 plays. That is for any game of your choice, as long as I can view it on the YouTubes. Link in the description
below.